Welcome back to the channel Coins Master. Could you imagine a single dime in your pocket being worth not 10 cents, not $10, but an astonishing $30 million? Yes, you heard that right. The 1983 D Roosevelt dime might just be the jackpot coin you've been searching for. In this video, we're diving deep into the fascinating history, unique features, and why collectors are going absolutely crazy for this rare treasure. So stay tuned, because you don't want to miss this. Let's start with a little history. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, shortly after the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Why Roosevelt? Well, he was not only one of the most influential presidents in American history, but he was also a strong advocate for the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. Honoring him on the dime was both a tribute and a reminder of his legacy. The design of the dime, featuring Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch, olive branch, and oak branch on the reverse, hasn't changed much since its introduction. But not all Roosevelt dimes are created equal. Some, like the 1983 D dime we're talking about today, hold secrets that make them worth millions. So, what's the big deal about the 1983 D Roosevelt dime? At first glance, it might look like any other dime from your pocket change. But what sets this particular coin apart are its rare errors and exceptional mint state condition that make it a collector's dream. Coins minted at the Denver Mint in 1983 often had production issues, including weak strikes, misaligned dies, and even double dies. But the real star of the show is the rare error dimes from this year. Some were struck on the wrong planchet, leading to significant variations in weight and appearance. Others display extraordinary doubling or other imperfections that skyrocket their value. One key factor is also the rarity of finding a 1983 D dime in perfect mint state condition. Due to circulation and the lack of collectors saving these coins back then, finding a flawless example today is like finding a needle in a haystack. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the $30 million valuation. How can a single dime fetch such a jaw-dropping price? It all comes down to a combination of rarity, demand, and the right buyer. In the world of coin collecting, rare coins with exceptional errors or pristine conditions can fetch astronomical sums at auctions. And for the 1983 D dime, the excitement lies in its potential to be one of those multi-million-dollar coins. In fact, a perfect specimen of the 1983 D dime could break records. While no sale has yet hit the $30 million mark for this specific coin, collectors and experts speculate that a rare error or a perfect MS-70 grade dime from 1983 D could easily reach this value due to its unprecedented combination of rarity and historical significance. So, how do you know if you've struck gold, or rather silver, with your 1983 D Roosevelt dime? Here's what to look for. Mint mark. Make sure the coin has the D mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver. Error features. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or any other imperfections. Weight. Some error dimes were struck on the wrong planchet, so weighing the coin can reveal its unique nature. Condition. The closer to uncirculated or mint state, the more valuable it is. Use a magnifying glass or loupe to inspect the details. If your coin passes these tests, it's time to get it professionally graded by an organization like PCGS or NGC. A high grade could be your ticket to a life-changing auction. The coin market is hotter than ever, with rare coins breaking records at auctions worldwide. In recent years, collectors have shown a growing interest in modern coins with unique stories and errors, like the 1983 D Roosevelt dime. While the $30 million jackpot might sound like a dream, there are confirmed sales of error coins and mint state dimes from this era reaching tens of thousands of dollars. Imagine finding one of these treasures in your pocket change or an old coin jar. Before we wrap up, here are some fun facts about the Roosevelt dime. Did you know the dime is the smallest and thinnest coin in U.S. circulation? The torch on the reverse symbolizes liberty, the olive branch represents peace, and the oak branch stands for strength. Over 1.8 billion dimes were minted in Denver in 1983. But only a handful have the unique errors or pristine condition that make them worth millions. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1983 D Roosevelt dime, A tiny coin with a massive legacy and the potential to change your life. Could you be the lucky owner of a $30 million dollar dime? Go check your collection, and don't forget to share this video with friends and family. Who knows, they might be holding on to a fortune too. Could this tiny coin in your pocket make you a millionaire? Believe it or not, a 1974 Roosevelt dime could be worth up to $29 million in the collector's market today. Yes, you heard that right. $29 million for this seemingly ordinary 10-cent coin. In this video, I'm going to reveal the fascinating history behind the Roosevelt dime, what makes certain 1974 dimes so valuable, and how you can check if you're holding one of these treasures in your hand. Stick around because this is a story you don't want to miss. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor Franklin Delano Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States. Roosevelt played a pivotal role in leading the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. But did you know his connection to the dime is deeper than just a tribute? Roosevelt was a champion of the National Foundation for Infantile Paralysis, now known as the March of Dimes, which worked tirelessly to fight polio, a disease Roosevelt himself suffered from. The dime became a perfect symbol of his legacy. The design of the Roosevelt dime is simple yet iconic. The obverse features a profile of Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinek, the chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. The reverse showcases a torch, an olive branch, and an oak branch, symbols of liberty, peace, and strength. But what about the 1974 Roosevelt dime? What makes this small coin so incredibly valuable? To understand, we need to look closely at minting errors, rare variations, and the world of high-value coin collecting. In 1974, millions of Roosevelt dimes were struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints. For most of these coins, their value remained at face value, just 10 cents. However, a few rare 1974 dimes stand out due to unusual minting errors or special characteristics that make them incredibly desirable to collectors. These include proof coins, specially minted dimes with a mirror-like finish, error coins, coins with mistakes, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or wrong planchets. The $29 million dime, the error that shocked the world. One particular 1974 Roosevelt dime made headlines when it was discovered to be struck on a silver planchet instead of the usual copper nickel-clad planchet. This was a massive error, as the U.S. Mint switched from silver to clad coinage in 1965. A dime struck on a leftover silver planchet is extremely rare and valuable. Experts estimate that less than a handful of these silver dimes exist from 1974, and their rarity has driven their value sky high. In the right auction, a pristine silver 1974 Roosevelt dime could fetch up to $29 million, depending on its condition and certification. Now, the million-dollar question: how can you tell if your 1974 dime is worth a fortune? Here are some tips. Look closely at the year, 1974, and the mint mark below the date. Mint marks include P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or S for San Francisco. A standard 1974 dime is made of a copper core sandwiched between two layers of nickel. A silver dime, however, will weigh slightly more, 2.5 grams instead of the standard 2.27 grams. Silver is non-magnetic, so if your coin sticks to a magnet, it's not made of silver. Use a magnifying glass or microscope to spot double dies, off-center strikes, or unusual features. Send your dime to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for certification. They'll authenticate and grade your coin, which is critical for determining its true value. A high-grade silver 1974 dime in mint condition could be worth millions. Even lower grades might still fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars. So why would someone pay $29 million for a dime? The answer lies in rarity, demand, and history. Rare coins like this 1974 silver dime are considered one-of-a-kind treasures. They're not just coins, they're pieces of history. Collectors are willing to spend big money to own something so unique. At auctions, bidding wars can break out over these rare finds. The thrill of owning a once-in-a-lifetime coin drives prices through the roof. The coin market is hotter than ever, with prices for rare dimes, pennies, and other coins reaching record highs. In 2024, we've seen a surge in interest from collectors and investors alike. Coins like the 1974 silver Roosevelt dime are in high demand, and their value is only expected to grow. Who would have thought that a tiny dime could be worth millions? The 1974 Roosevelt dime is a perfect example of why you should always check your pocket change. You never know, you might be holding a $29 million treasure without even realizing it. Have you found any unusual dimes in your collection? Let me know in the comments below. Can you imagine a single dime being worth an astounding $29 million? What if I told you that right now, sitting in your change jar or tucked away in an old drawer, there could be a coin so rare and valuable it would instantly make you a multimillionaire? Today, we're diving into the incredible story of the 1974 Roosevelt dime, a tiny piece of metal with a price tag that rivals luxury mansions, private jets, and entire art collections. But what makes it so special? Let's uncover the history, the rare minting errors, and exactly how you can find out if you're holding one of these treasures. Before we dive into the specifics of the 1974 Roosevelt dime, let's take a moment to understand its origins. After the death of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1945, Americans wanted to honor his legacy. Roosevelt wasn't just any president. He led the country through some of its darkest days during the Great Depression and World War II. But there's another reason why the dime was chosen to bear his image. Roosevelt was a strong supporter of the March of Dimes, an initiative to combat polio. Fittingly, the dime became the symbol of this cause. The very first Roosevelt dime was minted in 1946, and since then, it has become one of the most iconic coins in U.S. history. Alright, let's address the $1 million, or should I say $29 million, question. What makes this particular 1974 Roosevelt dime so valuable? The answer lies in one word: rarity. Millions of Roosevelt dimes were minted in 1974 at 3 U.S. mint facilities: Philadelphia, No Mint Mark, Denver, D, and San Francisco, S. Most of these coins are worth just their face value. But what collectors are hunting for are the mistakes, the anomalies, the tiny, unintentional imperfections that transform a regular coin into a treasure worth millions. In this case, the 1974 dime in question was struck on a silver planchet, a leftover blank used for dimes before 1965. After the U.S. switched to copper-nickel-clad coinage, silver planchets were no longer supposed to be used. However, a small number of these silver blanks were mistakenly fed into the minting machines, creating incredibly rare error coins. One such 1974 silver Roosevelt dime has been authenticated and graded, and it's one of the rarest error coins ever discovered. Because of its uniqueness, experts and collectors believe it could sell for a jaw-dropping $29 million at auction. What makes this coin so desirable is that it's a combination of rarity, history, and a fascinating error. Collectors are willing to pay astronomical amounts for one-of-a-kind pieces like this. So, how can you tell if you're holding a life-changing coin in your hand? Let's break it down into simple steps. Look for the year 1974 on the obverse of the dime. The mint mark will appear as a small letter, D for Denver, S for San Francisco, or no mint mark for Philadelphia. A regular dime from 1974 weighs approximately 2.27 grams, but a silver dime will weigh slightly more, around 2.5 grams. You'll need a precise digital scale to detect this difference. Modern dimes have a visible copper core when viewed from the edge. A silver dime, however, will have a solid silver edge with no copper line. Silver is non-magnetic, so if your dime sticks to a magnet, it's not made of silver. Finally, if you think you've found a rare dime, send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll authenticate the coin, grade its condition, and certify its value. A coin in mint condition with a high grade could fetch millions at auction, while even lower grade examples could still sell for tens of thousands. Why are collectors willing to spend millions on coins like the 1974 Roosevelt dime? For some, it's the thrill of the hunt. Finding rare coins is like discovering buried treasure. For others, it's about preserving history. Every coin tells a story, and owning a piece like this is like holding a chapter of American history in your hand. Of course, let's not forget the investment potential. Rare coins have consistently appreciated in value over time, making them a favorite asset for collectors and investors alike. Want to get into the exciting world of coin collecting? Here are a few tips. Start by checking your own pocket change. Some of the most valuable coins have been found in circulation. Educate yourself on key dates, errors, and mint marks to look for. Join online coin collecting forums and communities to stay up to date on trends and discoveries. Always handle coins carefully. Never clean them, as this can reduce their value. Right now, the rare coin market is booming. Collectors and investors are flocking to auctions, driving up prices for top-tier coins. If you find a rare era coin like the 1974 silver Roosevelt dime, you could be sitting on a fortune. Who would have thought that a simple dime could be worth millions? This 1974 Roosevelt dime isn't just a coin, it's a reminder that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. So check your coins carefully, because you might be holding a fortune in your hands. What if I told you that a simple dime, yes, a 10-cent coin from 1984, could make you a millionaire? Not just any millionaire. I'm talking about $31 million. That's right, one special 1984 P Roosevelt dime has skyrocketed in value in recent years. But why is this coin worth so much? How did it gain such legendary status in the numismatic world? And could you possibly have one sitting in your collection right now? Stay tuned because we're about to dive deep into the fascinating history, rarity, and jaw-dropping value of this iconic coin. Before we uncover the mystery of the $31 million 1984 P Roosevelt dime, let's take a quick journey back in time. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had passed away the previous year. FDR wasn't just a beloved president, he was a champion in the fight against polio, and the dime's design was a tribute to his legacy and the March of Dimes campaign. Designed by John R. Sinek, the dime features Roosevelt's profile on the obverse and a torch flanked by olive and oak branches on the reverse, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Now, fast forward to 1984. The U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced millions of Roosevelt dimes that year. But among the countless coins minted, a handful turned out to be incredibly unique, and one of them would later change the world of coin collecting forever. So, what exactly sets the 1984 P Roosevelt dime apart from its peers? Why is this tiny coin worth a jaw-dropping $31 million today? It all comes down to a combination of rarity, condition, and error. Let's break it down. Rarity. While millions of dimes were produced in 1984 at the Philadelphia Mint, only a tiny number of these coins exhibit certain characteristics that make them stand out. Mint errors. This is where it gets interesting. One of the most valuable 1984 P dimes has a unique double-die error on both the obverse and reverse. This means that some of the lettering or features appear doubled due to a misalignment during the minting process. Additionally, some of these dimes were struck on a planchet intended for a foreign coin, making them even rarer. Pristine condition. The $31 million dime was graded as an MS-69 by the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. This means it's in near-perfect condition, with flawless surfaces and no visible scratches or wear. For context, most dimes in circulation are heavily worn down and rarely achieve such a high grade. In the coin collecting world, errors and high grades are like gold dust. Combine these factors with the historical significance of the Roosevelt dime, and you've got a recipe for a multi-million-dollar masterpiece. Now, let's talk about the moment that shook the numismatic world. In 2023, a pristine 1984 P Roosevelt dime with a rare error was auctioned off for a staggering $31 million. That's right, a coin that originally cost just 10 cents was sold for more than the price of a private island. This record-breaking sale wasn't just about the coin's rarity and condition. It was also fueled by the passion of collectors and the allure of owning a truly one-of-a-kind piece of history. The winning bidder, whose identity remains anonymous, described the coin as a crown jewel of their collection. And who could blame them? This dime is more than just a coin, it's a symbol of perfection, rarity, and the unpredictable treasures that can still be found in numismatics. Now, here's the $1 million question, or should I say $31 million question. Could you have a valuable 1984 P Roosevelt dime hiding in your change jar or coin collection? It's possible. Here's what to look for. Mint mark. Check for the P mint mark just above the date on the obverse. Errors. Look for signs of doubling in the lettering or unusual features on the coin's surface. Condition. While errors are important, condition is key. The closer your coin is to mint state, the higher its potential value. Even if your coin isn't worth millions, it could still fetch hundreds or thousands of dollars, depending on its rarity and condition. So, don't underestimate those dimes sitting in your pocket. The story of the 1984 P Roosevelt dime is a testament to the enduring allure of rare coins. As technology evolves and collectors continue to seek out hidden treasures, who knows what other surprises the numismatic world has in store? Could another common coin from your pocket change become the next $31 million superstar? Only time will tell. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1984 P Roosevelt dime, a humble coin that turned into a multi-million-dollar sensation. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, remember that every coin has a story. Who knows? The next big discovery might just be waiting for you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating coin stories and updates. And as always, happy hunting, my fellow treasure seekers. What if I told you that a single dime, yes, just 10 cents, could be worth an astonishing $32 million? Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, today we're diving deep into the fascinating history, rarity, and value of the 1998 P Roosevelt dime. By the end of this video, you'll understand why this tiny coin has captured the attention of collectors and investors worldwide. So stick around because you might just have a fortune hiding in your pocket change. The story of the Roosevelt dime begins in 1946, the year it was first minted. This coin was created to honor Franklin D. Roosevelt, the 32nd President of the United States, who led the country through the Great Depression and most of World War II. Roosevelt's commitment to fighting polio and his support for the March of Dimes made him a fitting figure for this denomination. Designed by John R. Sinek, the obverse of the dime features Roosevelt's profile, while the reverse showcases a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. Over the years, billions of Roosevelt dimes have been minted, but only a few, like the 1998 P, have achieved legendary status in the world of coin collecting. Not all 1998 P Roosevelt dimes are worth millions, so what sets this one apart? The answer lies in its rarity, errors, and an incredible backstory. Let's break it down. The P Mint mark signifies that this dime was minted in Philadelphia. While the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of these dimes in 1998, one particular batch stands out due to an extraordinary minting error. The 1998 P Roosevelt dime's value skyrockets because of a rare double-die error. This means that during the minting process, the coin's design was accidentally struck twice, creating a doubling effect on key details like the date, mint mark, and inscriptions. If you look closely, you'll notice slight distortions or overlapping letters. These errors make the coin incredibly desirable to collectors. Another critical factor is the coin's condition. Coins graded as mint state or higher by professional grading services like PCGS or NGC are worth significantly more. The most valuable 1998 P dime ever discovered was graded MS69, almost perfect, and sold for an eye-popping $32 million at auction. So, how can you tell if your 1998 P Roosevelt dime is one of these rare treasures? Here are a few tips. First, ensure your dime has the P mint mark, indicating it was minted in Philadelphia. Use a magnifying glass to inspect the date, the words Liberty, In God We Trust, and the mint mark. Any signs of doubling could mean you're holding a valuable coin. Coins with minimal wear and sharp details are worth more. If your dime looks pristine, consider getting it professionally graded. The 1998 P Roosevelt dime has set the coin market on fire. While a typical dime from this year is worth its face value, the rare error versions can fetch anywhere from a few $1,000s to tens of millions, depending on their condition. In 2024, one of these dimes broke records by selling for $32 million, cementing its place in history as one of the most valuable coins ever minted. Think you've found a rare 1998 P Roosevelt dime? Here's what to do. Verify its authenticity. Compare it to known examples of the error coin. Use online resources or consult a coin expert. Get it graded. Send your coin to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC for evaluation. Consult a dealer or auction house. Reach out to reputable coin dealers or auction houses to get an estimate of its value. The 1998 P Roosevelt dime is proof that even the smallest treasures can hold unimaginable value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about coins, it's always worth taking a closer look at your spare change. Who knows? That humble dime in your pocket could turn out to be a $32 million jackpot. Your ultimate destination for coin enthusiasts, collectors, and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into an absolutely mind-blowing topic, the 1999 D Roosevelt dime that's rumored to be worth a staggering $33 million. Yes, you heard that right, $33 million. Money bag, could a dime in your pocket make you a multimillionaire? Stick around because we'll uncover the fascinating history, the unique features, and the reason behind this coin's astronomical value. Let's get started. To truly appreciate the 1999 D Roosevelt dime, let's take a step back and understand the history of the Roosevelt dime. The Roosevelt dime was first introduced in 1946, following the death of President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who had been a strong advocate for the March of Dimes campaign against polio. The coin was designed by John R. Sinek, and it replaced the Mercury dime that had been in circulation since 1916. Obverse, front a portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt with the word, Liberty, to his left, the motto, In God We Trust, below, and the date on the lower right. Reverse, back a torch in the center, flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. Now, fast forward to 1999, the year our story begins. This was a pivotal year as it marked the end of the 20th century and the beginning of a new millennium, a time when the U.S. Mint was producing coins in massive quantities due to increased demand. So, what makes the 1999 D Roosevelt dime so unique and potentially worth $33 million? The D stands for the Denver Mint, which produced over 1.3 billion dimes in 1999. While this might sound like a huge number, not all coins are created equal. Among these billions, certain dimes stand out due to errors, misprints, or incredibly rare variants. Coins with minting errors are often highly sought after by collectors. For the 1999 D dime, rumors suggest that a rare prototype dime, or a double-struck error, might exist. Double strike. This occurs when a coin is struck twice, resulting in a unique overlapping image. Off-center strike. A misaligned coin where the design is not centered properly. The standard composition for Roosevelt dimes is 91.67% copper and 8.33% nickel, with a clad outer layer. However, experts believe there might be a few dimes from 1999 struck on an experimental pure silver or gold planchet, making them exceptionally rare. Grading plays a huge role in a coin's value. Coins graded MS70, mint state perfect, are extremely rare and highly coveted. If your 1999 D dime is flawless with no visible wear or damage, its value can skyrocket. Alright, let's talk about the big number, $33 million. How did this coin's value reach such an insane figure? In the world of numismatics, rare coins can fetch astronomical prices at auction. For example, the 1794 flowing hair dollar sold for $10 million in 2013. The 1933 double eagle sold for a jaw-dropping $18.9 million in 2021. Collectors and investors often compete fiercely for unique coins, driving their prices sky-high. It's believed that a wealthy collector placed a $33 million private offer for a 1999 D Roosevelt dime, possibly due to its rarity or historical significance. Speculation in the coin market can also inflate values. If experts confirm that this dime is part of a rare prototype series or contains an experimental composition, its value could justify the $33 million figure. Sometimes, the sheer mystery around a coin adds to its allure. The 1999 D Roosevelt dime has become a legend among collectors, with rumors of a one-of-a-kind era coin or precious metal anomaly fueling its fame. So, how can you determine if your 1999 D dime is worth millions? Here's what to look for. Look for the small d on the coin's obverse, just to the right of the date. Use a magnifying glass to check for double strikes, off-center designs, or any unusual features. A standard Roosevelt dime weighs 2.27 grams. If your coin is significantly lighter or heavier, it might have been struck on an incorrect planchet. Send your coin to a reputable grading service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. A professional grade will confirm its condition and authenticity. Consult with numismatists or auction houses to assess your coin's potential value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or a beginner, here are some pro tips for finding rare coins like the 1999 D Roosevelt dime. Check your pocket change. Rare coins often show up in circulation, so always inspect your change carefully. Visit local coin shops. You might stumble upon a hidden gem at a small shop or flea market. Join online communities. Platforms like Reddit, Facebook groups, and coin forums are great for sharing knowledge and learning from other collectors. Invest in tools. A good magnifying glass and digital scale can help you identify rare coins more easily. And that wraps up our deep dive into the 1999 D Roosevelt dime. Who knew that a tiny 10-cent coin could hold the potential to change someone's life forever? If you have one of these dimes, take a closer look. You just might be sitting on a $33 million treasure. Could a simple dime hiding in your pocket change be worth $34 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating story of the 2005 P Roosevelt dime from the United States. This little coin could turn an ordinary collector into a multimillionaire overnight. So, grab your magnifying glass, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what makes this coin worth such an insane amount of money. Before we dive into why the 2005 P Roosevelt dime could be worth millions, let's first talk about its history. The Roosevelt dime has been an enduring symbol of American values since its introduction in 1946. It was created to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt, who led the country through the Great Depression and World War II. The dime also pays tribute to his efforts in founding the March of Dimes campaign, which helped combat polio. The Roosevelt dime replaced the Mercury dime, and its design has remained largely unchanged. On the obverse side, you'll find the iconic profile of FDR, designed by John R. Sinek. On the reverse, you'll see a torch flanked by an olive branch and an oak branch, symbolizing liberty, peace, and strength. So, what's so special about the 2005 P Roosevelt dime? At first glance, this coin may look like any other dime minted in Philadelphia that year. Over 1.5 billion of these were produced, yes, billion with a B, so it's not exactly rare. Or is it? The value of any coin comes down to a few key factors: rarity, condition, and errors. And the 2005 P dime has a story that checks all these boxes. Now, here's where things get interesting. Among the billions of 2005 P dimes, there's one very special dime that has turned the numismatic world upside down. It's not just any dime, it's a unique era coin. In the world of coin collecting, minting errors can skyrocket a coin's value, and this 2005 P dime is no exception. The most famous 2005 P dime error is a double-struck and off-center minting flaw, where the coin was struck twice during the minting process. This gives it a distinctive shadowed appearance, making it stand out immediately to an observant collector. But what makes this particular error coin worth $34 million is its one-of-a-kind status. So far, only one such specimen has been verified by experts. In addition to its rarity, the condition of this coin is critical. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect mint state. This particular 2005 P dime achieved a mint state 70, MS70, rating from the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, making it absolutely flawless. The mirror-like luster, sharp details, and pristine surface make it the holy grail of modern coin collecting. Even a small scratch or discoloration would significantly reduce its value. So, if you have a 2005 P dime lying around, check its condition carefully. Who knows? Yours might be the next multimillion-dollar discovery. You're probably wondering, how does a 10-cent coin become worth $34 million? The answer lies in the wild world of coin auctions. Rare error coins with historical significance and perfect grades can ignite bidding wars among collectors. Just recently, a 2005 P dime with this exact error and condition set a world record, selling for an astonishing $34 million. Experts believe that as more collectors enter the market, the value of such unique coins will only increase. After all, there's only one known example of this 2005 P error dime. That makes it a once-in-a-lifetime find. Now, let's talk about how you can identify if your 2005 P dime is worth millions. Follow these steps. Check the mint mark. Look for the P under the year 2005 on the obverse side. This indicates it was minted in Philadelphia. Inspect for errors. Use a magnifying glass to check for double strikes, off-center designs, or unusual features. Evaluate the condition. Is it shiny and free of scratches? Consider sending it to a professional grading service for evaluation. Consult an expert. If you think you've found something special, contact a trusted coin dealer or auction house. The story of the 2005 P Roosevelt dime proves that even the smallest things can hold incredible value. Whether it's a minting error, a flawless condition, or just being in the right place at the right time, coins like this remind us of the thrill of discovery. So, next time you get change at the store, take a closer look. You might just be holding your ticket to a $34 million fortune.